Hi, and welcome to our reading lesson for today. We are going to talk about something that I think you already know about because during some of our show and tell times, you were able to show me some of these things. Do you want to know what it is? All right, I'll tell you. It is school supplies, things that you have or bought that you use while being at school, either on the computer or you'll use it when we get back to our classrooms. So today's lesson is going to be all about school supplies, things we need to be at school. So we're going to talk a little bit more about this during our Zoom meetings, and you guys will be able to show me some of the school supplies you might already have. And we're also going to read a story today to help us think about some different school supplies that we might need. Are you ready? All right. So to help us think about some school supplies that we need while being at school, we are going to read this story. If You Take a Mouse to School, written by Laura Numeroff and illustrated by Felicia Bond. If You Take a Mouse to School. So using my eyes, I can already see a school supply that we need while being at school. And a lot of you have used this school supply already doing some of your work at home. This school supply is called a pencil. You need a pencil to do writing while at school. Let's keep reading so we can find out some more school supplies. If you take a mouse to school, looks like they're getting ready for school here by brushing their teeth. If you take a mouse to school, well, they're still getting ready. I do notice two school supplies on this page. Those pencils that we talked about before, and these things right here, notebooks. We need notebooks while we are at school to do our writing. And a lot of you guys are doing some of your artwork and drawing in notebooks or journals at home. So the other school supply that we have are notebooks. He'll ask you for your lunchbox. Another school supply. If you're planning on bringing your own lunch to school, you will definitely need your own lunchbox. When you give him your lunchbox, he'll want a sandwich and a snack for later. Then he'll need a notebook and some pencils. So we already talked about those two school supplies, the notebook and the pencil. But on this page, I see another school supply that we might need. What is that school supply? It's a backpack. We need a backpack for going to school. He'll probably want to share your backpack too. When you get to school, he'll put his things in your locker and take a look around. So in our class, we do not have lockers, but we do have hooks for our backpacks and coats. Hooks, coat hooks. Another thing that I see that we'll be using at school are books. He might do a little math and spell a word or two. He'll even try a science experiment. Hey, we talked about science experiments. And one of the school supplies that we need, we aren't going to use a chalkboard. We'll use a whiteboard to write on, and we will be using a special erasing marker. These will be one of our school supplies we need when we get to go back to the classroom. So after the science experiment, he'll need to wash up. You'll have to take him to the bathroom. Once he's nice and clean, He'll be ready for his lunch. Now we're back to that lunchbox. On the way to the lunchroom, he'll see some building blocks. He'll build a little mouse house, and we definitely have blocks in our classroom. And make some furniture out of clay. We also have clay. Then he'll need some books for his bookshelf. He'll start by writing one of his own, so he'll need a lot of paper. Oh, I spy another school supply. Paper! We need lots of paper to do all of our drawing and writing. He'll probably use up all of your pencils. When he's finished, he'll want to read his book to you. Then he'll want to take it home. So he'll put it in your lunchbox and tuck it in a safe place. When the bell rings, he'll run out to wait for the bus. While he's waiting, he'll play a quick game of soccer. Then he'll ask you to shoot a few baskets. And do a little skateboarding. When he stops to catch his breath, he'll want to eat his snack. So he'll ask you for your lunchbox. And chances are, if he asks you for your lunchbox, you'll have to take him back to school. So we were able to see some different school supplies while reading that story. If you take a mouse to school, we saw some of the things that we saw were pencils, paper, notebook, backpack, and lunchbox. Those are all some of our school supplies. We also talked about having a special erasing marker to write on our whiteboard. Some other things you might need to come to school are crayons, markers, some paints, and maybe some of these other classroom or school supplies. Maybe you got some of these, maybe you didn't. But in Zoom today, I want you to tell me some of the special school supplies you might already have, so we can do a little show and tell of our school supplies that we have at our houses already. I can't wait to keep talking about the school supplies that we'll need and see the school supplies that you have in your houses. Bye, guys.